Have we any declarations of interest? And I just want to declare on item 8, paper I. Have we any other declarations? No? No other declarations? Okay, thank you. So we're going to go on then to item number 4, and that's Corporate Service and Government Director reports. And we have 4.1, consultations. So, Louise, that's you.
Okay. Thank you, Chair. Members, there's one item for decision and 2 items for information. So the item for decision is the draft response to the consultation, DWP's consultation Pathways to Work, which is the green paper on benefits. Members are reminded that council powers have been delegated to this item. So the draft response sets out serious concerns with the proposal to reduce key benefits for those with disabilities, personal independence payment and universal credit, which will push thousands of already vulnerable people into poverty. So the key thing about the paper is it attempts to link disability benefits to work. Specifically, the response highlights that although the reforms will apply to England, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland is expected to maintain parity. Over 13,000 people in the district claim PIP, and the changes to the rules could affect over 5,000 people. The reduction in time limits is a concern because many of those who claim already claim for over 2 years. More clarity is needed on making work more accessible rather than putting the most emphasis on creating incentives for those with disabilities to work. And the proposals are unwelcome given the backdrop of the parlous and underfunded state of many public services. So just to note, in preparing this response, I've consulted with the Rural Poverty Network, the Northern Ireland Anti-Poverty Network, and our Access and Inclusion Group. The 2 items for noting are 1 item referred to Environmental Services Committee and a number of items for noting. So members are asked to approve the draft response at 2.1 and note the items at 3.1 and 3.2. Thank you.
Thanks, Louise. Victor?
Thank you, Chair, and all the best for your incoming year. I know I left that seat in good condition, so I expect it to remain the same.
My very best.
Obviously, we had a good discussion on this at last week's Access and Inclusion Committee, and I certainly don't want to go over everything that was discussed there. I think it's obviously very important from somebody who has a disability that the outcome of this DWP, call it what you want, is fair to and equitable to everybody. Because let's be honest with you, there is no doubt the system in the past has been abused, but we don't want that abuse to reflect on the people who are genuine claimants, and we obviously want those people who are genuine to remain in the system, so to speak. So with that, I'm happy enough to propose the recommendations as listed. Thank you, Chair.
And you're also the noting of the, yes. Okay, thanks, Victor. And have we a seconder? Debbie?
Thanks, Chair. Yeah, I'll second it. It's a very good response, I think, and it's covered everything. I'm just, yeah, I think one of the good things out of it is the fact that child applicants of DLA will now be able to keep that until they're 18, which I think is really important for kids at school, you know, that are turning 16 in September, October, then having to fill in a PIP form was really not a good thing. So I think that was one of the more positive things, but I think we've done a good enough response, raising all the serious issues that people do suffer with and the worry, especially around carers, which is going to be a major issue and cause a lot of hardship in families if they lose the PIP and the carers. There's going to be a lot of people struggling. So I think we've covered that well. So I'm happy to second.
Okay, thanks, Debbie. Are we all agreed, members? Okay, Thank you.